7.3. Let me start again.
No, mate, I don't want you to start again. Carry on from that.
That's how I started the video.
It's a solid intro.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. 7.3.5, not thrive, but from now on we'll call it thrive.
7.3, I like it.
This is what I was talking about recently. BFA is all about the looks.
Yes.
It's all about the looks.
Yes.
Like, Blizzard's recognized people don't care. A lot of people don't want to be good. I will challenge and stand up for the rights to be good for the remainder of my days.
However, I will stand up for the rights of those people that fall into that category that you've just abolished.
I haven't abolished. There's nothing wrong with looking good, but I think you should be also good at the game you're paying for.
I don't know, mate.
I think you should strive to be better.
Well, look at it like this. Like, I look amazing.
You do.
But I don't play very well.
You smell fantastic, actually.
And you play amazing, but you're ugly.
It's true. My characters
It's a yin and yang.
Well, you did my transmog, so.
How dare you?
But the new PTR's just gone up, which has the new leveling experience, where you can pick which expansion you want to level in and things like that.
You're going to have to spoon feed me this because I don't know what's in this new patch.
Okay, well, in the new patch, when you they've done zone scaling for leveling, so you no longer run out of XP in an area. So you know if you went to your first leveling zone, let's say you went to 1,000 Needles.
Yes.
Then within about 10 quests, you're outdone the zone and you've got to move on. Doesn't work like that anymore. It'll just scale up with you,
like they've done in basically the Legion leveling.
Exactly,
areas.
but
that's awesome.
Yeah, and they've bracketed it off, so it's from 0 to 60 is all the vanilla content. So it doesn't matter what zone you're leveling; it's going to give you the proper XP for whatever level you are, so you can finish the stories of those zones.
That's really good.
And then at level 60, you'll get to choose. Now at level 60, where would you ordinarily go? Come on, the blank look on your face is amazing. You would usually go to the Burning Crusade, right?
Oh, expansion-wise, I could have said. I was thinking of zones in TBC.
Okay, yeah. So at level 60, traditionally you would go to the Burning Crusade.
Yes, you would.
You can now do TBC or Wrath of the Lich King at that point.
Oh, shit.
Yes, you get to pick wherever you want to go, and you can go and level there. So they've spread those out.
That's really good.
And then when you want to move on to your next bracket, you can go to Mists of Pandaria or you can go to Cataclysm.
Mists.
Yeah, well, this is the point. People can choose where they want to go, and then furthermore, you can go to Warlords of Draenor, and you can do things like that. And then eventually, you'll reach Legion. So the whole leveling experience has been made far more convenient for people. You can go wherever you want to do. Because I haven't leveled in a very long time from 0, but when I did do it, I believe it was the monk. I want to say it was the last level character I had to level.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I finished zone. If you've got heirloom gear. You smash through a zone so quickly, you never find out anything that's happening.
Most of the time you spend traveling.
Exactly. And then it tells you to get lost. Go to Arathi now, go to Stranglethorn Vale, and that's all gone now. That's all fixed. This is the PTR showing that. But that's cool stuff. There's not much to show there other than you have that. But what is cool is we're starting to get a look at all the allied racials' armors, which was a big deal.
Okay.
Because if you remember what they said... Once you unlock these via reputations from Legion, which most people have by now, you can instantly pay to race change to the new races, right? So if you want to be a Void Elf, if you want to be a Dark Iron Dwarf. But if you level one from scratch, you will unlock these unique armors, these unique transmog armors. And that's what we're starting to get a look at. So I thought we'd bring a few of these up here. So the main ones we've got, they're not finished. They're not finished at all, but they're looking pretty good. And I wanted to get you in on this. What's your thoughts? Would you level from... This is the question. Would you level from 1, a brand new character, to get that? Minus the butt flap. Minus the... I think that looks awesome, if I'm being honest.
No, it does, but I'm not going to do a full grind for it.
Not that good. It's not amazing.
Do you know, here's the thing, though, and I'm sorry if it's harped on a couple of videos, is... I've seen Turalion's armor now, right? And variants of it, but not as good as, just don't cut it. And especially to expect you to level an entire character to get that, which is like a cheaper version of Turalion's armor. It is, and I'm not slagging it off.
It is good. No, there's no doubt. There is a cheaper version.
It is good. I'm just not seeing the incentive to do it.
We have got some colour variants. The purple one's interesting. There's some magic that could happen there. There is some magic that can... Now, remember, these are supposed to be Draenei ones. I mean, this doesn't look finished to me. It's not matched up. Quite a few of them don't look finished to me, but...
The butt flap's for the tail, isn't it?
The butt flap is for the tail.
Right,
yes, it is. Now you know the butt flap is for the tail. We also got the Void ones. I really don't like these.
These are just Nighthold.
Yeah. They're just the Nighthold mobs, really. I don't think that's worthwhile. And I think if they... There's a definite debate as to whether they really want you to pay to change and pay some money to actually, because it's not cheap to race change, or whether or not they're really going to put some more effort in. But these armors are unfinished, obviously, so it's an early look at what we're going to get. But what we did get, Andy, is the new racials. For the most part of what they're going to get, because new races get new racials, and these are considered to be brand new races.
Is the Void Elf racial available?
The Void Elf racial is available. One of them is, I think this is where they are really recognizing their target audience.
Before you proceed, I'm going to change my Hunter unquestionably to a Void Elf before this.
And you will benefit from the reduced cost of transmog by 50%.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I actually just think that's hilarious.
That's cheap.
That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Reduces the cost of void storage and transmogrification by 50%.
That's amazing.
How expensive is transmog? Is it expensive?
It depends. I mean, it's probably going to change with the next expansion, but right now, it's not that expensive unless you're transmogging your weapon.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
The armor does not cost hardly anything, but when you change your weapon, it's a couple of $100 gold.
Oh,
every time though?
What? It's a whole world quest.
Wow,
a third, even a third of a class hole mission. Wow, even a sixth in some cases.
Shut up.
Oh my god, 200 gold.
The weapons are a lot, whereas the armor's not that much, but still. That is a perk that I can get on board with.
It's just a jokey one,
yes,
obviously.
Absolutely.
It's just a jokey one,
We're
but it is
good looking
funny.
and we know it.
Yeah, and this has actually annoyed a lot of people. I was browsing the forums, and people seem to think it's a slap in the face to Blood Elf players because of the clear superiority at play here with the Void Elves. They also get reduced Arcane Shadow damage by 1%.
Do Void Elves get Arcane Torrent?
No, they do not.
Then Blood Elves can shut their mouths, mate, because that is insane.
It does. They do get a teleport, though.
Really?
Yeah, it appears so. I mean, obviously, this is really, really ludicrously early days. So don't put don't bet the bank on this
I'm already.
Yeah, I'm already committed.
My cash is on the table.
I'm already committed, and this is what I want. But Spatial Rift is rip a rift in space and time and activate it again to teleport through the rift.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. And we've seen their mount, which is the Star-Cursed Void Strider.
Oh, yes.
Do you like that? I mean, I don't
that.
like any of the Chocobo mounts.
I'm not a fan of the Chocobos, but I like the texture on it, the actual void texture.
If it's animated, it could look really cool.
Could you imagine other mounts with that void texture? Because I can.
I can imagine way better mounts than the Chocobo mount.
Well, that's the elf thing, though, isn't it? Like the blood elf thing.
I suppose so. Looking over at the Lightforged Draenei, then calls down Light's Judgment. Recognize the name from the old Vindicar there. Call down a strike of holy energy, dealing holy damage to enemies within 5 yards. 2.5 minute cooldown. So they do gain an extra spell. It doesn't look like it's going to do particularly great amounts of damage. Yeah. The Forge of Light, though, they summon a Forge of Light, enabling blacksmithing skill increased by 10. I think that's pretty cool. They can summon a Forge of Light. I think that's pretty awesome, actually. Experience gained from killing demons. Wrong expansion, but sure, we'll take it. So, I mean, that'll benefit your leveling experience, I guess, in TBC and.
Well, here's the thing, though. You can pick and choose zones with this new leveling experience with demons in to get that extra 20%.
With this racial, do you think I am going to Wrath of the Lich King?
Humanoids? No.
Are you insane? I have got Demon's Bane, my friend, and that's what I'm doing. Holy Resistance. A lot of big holy damage out there these days. Big, scary. No, I'm joking.
Where?
Exactly. 1% as well. I mean, OP. But final verdict. When you die, the light avenges you, dealing holy damage to enemies with 8 yards and healing allies. That's kind of cool. So obviously it'll scale. I mean, these numbers will scale up, and we don't know how the stat swish is going to work. But you die, and I hope it's got an animation. I don't care what the effect is.
Like a light bomb.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not about what the spell actually does, because it won't be OP. Racials generally aren't. But I want it to look cool, and hopefully you have a really unique death animation. I think that would be really awesome. Their mount, of course, is an elephant, but a light-forged elephant. Thoughts?
It's an elephant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. They've definitely got the theme like they have with the Void Chocobo, so that's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you know what would be awesome? And it's a completely over the top animation for a racial, so I doubt it'd make it. Is the even the newer version of a Priest Halo?
Yeah, something
That'd
like
be very cool.
Yeah, I mean, if we could schedule it to
Shockwave.
kill a lot of them at the same time and set them all off, that would be good. I would like something where the sword comes up or something like that, or whatever your weapon is, and you drive it into the ground, or
I've done like a massive atom bomb.
not a
kind of effect,
Sudoku.
mate.
I don't want a Sudoku or something like that.
Well, you want to kill yourself?
After you die.
You kill yourself after you die?
Yeah, so it's like the final blow, but the animation is you fall on your sword and release all this light. I'm looking at it from a suicidal kind of way,
I'm
because
looking
you're
at
already
it
dead.
from like a lore kind of way, where you've got light energy in you, and then just pow!
You burst in the bubble.
You boom! Shockwave.
Okay, so no suicide then.
No suicide. If that's all right with you.
It is, because you're already dead. You can't suicide if you're dead.
But the visual of suicide is still there. What is this message you're
Well,
sending?
we can alter it. We can, if you've got the maturity filter on, he just kind of falls over.
Maybe we can have him overdose on heroin or something. That'd be good. But he's already dead though,
To be
so he's not
fair-
overdosing on heroin.
To be fair, that guy in Azuna does. There's a lot of crack elves in
Runus.
Legion. Runus,
He's a hero.
He's an itchy hero.
How dare you
He's the
drag
itchy
his name
bent
through
spoon
the mud.
hero. As are most of them. The Dark-Eyed Dwarves, we don't know anything about them. We just know the names. So wild speculation, sir? You down for it?
I'm not going to make one.
Oh, let's make wild
I mean,
speculation.
there's a lot of people who I play with now who love Dark-Eyed Dwarfs.
All right, so Dungeon Delver. I think you occasionally loot extra treasure in dungeons.
Or XP gained from a dungeon.
It's not wild enough. Fireblood, though. What do you think? Occasionally you set on fire?
No, I think that might be some kind of Thorns effect.
Well, the Void Elves have got something similar. Entropic Embrace. Your abilities have a chance to empower you with Essence of the Void. I think you might just turn shadowy, and I think the Dark-Eyed Dwarves might ignite. Like, looking at the icons, we have got some new icons. You can see there's a Dark-Eyed
that'd
Dwarf
be
on
cool.
fire.
That would be very cool.
Where maybe you just suddenly burst into flame. No, it doesn't have to do anything, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like Combustion. They look like the
Combustion's amazing. The
Exactly.
animation
So they
on
do it
that.
like Combustion. That could be good. Forged in Flames. That feels similar to the blacksmithing thing. Whether they're going to do a flame anvil or something along those lines that'll enable, I don't know, repairs, something along those lines. Mass production. Definitely something procking on professions.
Yes.
Maybe some extra things. Mole machine, though. They're getting a mole machine.
That's going to be like a mage's teleport, isn't it?
I think it's either going to be something that takes you, like an extra Hearthstone maybe, or something that you can use in combat, like the teleport that the Void Elves are getting.
Yeah.
But it literally, just a little mole machine
That'd be
appears.
well
As long as we get a mole machine animation, I don't care what it does. I really don't, because that's like turtles.
Do you know what I'd like, though? If it was, I mean, I don't think it can be, might not be a combat thing, but imagine it was an actual party mole machine, like you have in, is it BRD?
Yeah.
Like it actually spawned, and then like you pick the location, whoever's in the mole machine goes to it.
I like the idea of being able to pick a point, leave it there, and then suddenly a mole machine comes and takes you to it, and then you pop up out of the ground. I think that'd be, again, it's all about looks. BFA is going to be a
Legendary
visually,
ring,
legendary ring, I know, but visually it's going to be pretty awesome. Let's move over to the Tauren then. What was your overall thoughts on Tauren? I wasn't a big fan.
It's one of the, I mean, these and the light touch Draenei. Very little has been touched on. They've got different antlers, right?
Yeah, and they have a bit more animation on the faces, but we have got the new druidic models.
Was that a reindeer bear?
We'll look in a second. All right, so let's do their ratios. So they got rugged tenacity, which is a flat damage reduction. Sure. Pride of Ironhorn, mining increased by 15, allows you to mine faster.
That's cool.
Mountaineer, increase your versatility by 1%. Okay. Bull Rush, though, they do get a charge.
That's cool.
They get an extra charge, which charges forward for 1 second, knocking enemies down. 2-minute cooldown. So it's not over P, a 2-minute cooldown for an extra charge.
No.
Very nice. That could tempt people to go PvE-wise with it, depending on the content, is to get that in there. Waste Not, Want Not, though. You have a chance to loot additional meat and fish. Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, as a gatherer...
Especially like
not
for
bad.
raids and stuff.
Yeah, if you really enjoy your gathering, this is actually a good race to be, because you're going to get all that extra chance of loot and meat and fish. You got mining skill and speed up, all that kind of stuff. I think a little charge to move around.
I like that.
Yeah, as a gatherer,
Solid
that's pretty
ratios.
assault. Pretty good. Then Mount, though.
Aldahon.
Yeah.
The one that you got from the last expansion was a good one.
It's pretty good. Now we know the form, so we were expecting something cool. We now have bears with antlers.
Oh, reindeer bear.
Reindeer bear. They look kind of stuck on for now. I mean, they look okay.
Do they?
I mean, they're no werebear. Do you think they're going to put antlers on the werebear?
You stop that madness.
If they would
right
sully
now.
the good name of the werebear.
Dude, Steroid Bro's not wearing antlers.
No, I don't think so either. The kitty cat gets some little antlers as well.
I'm not a fan of that, I've got to say.
Well, again, there's some very cool cat farms out there. I don't know if the antlers add much to it, but I don't think we were expecting anything super wild.
Yeah, that's a point.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
a
think we
point.
were expecting anything super wild.
Flight Farm.
Eagle. Yeah, Flight Farm Eagle. And we're getting
Travel Farm.
Moose. Moose Travel Farm, which is always funny, actually.
Yeah.
I want an improved seal farm. I want something like it says like a beluga whale.
A torpedo.
I want this to be way bigger, or even like a little turtle or something. The new tomes are quite nice, though. I think tomes don't get enough love. Like, when new tomes came into the game back in Kata, it was a very big deal, like what the goblins were going to get and stuff like that. So these look very cool, these little tomes. Yeah, the tomes actually seem to be the best deal for me.
Rustic.
Yeah, I think they look really awesome. I'm really happy with them ones. Now the Nightborn. Are you ready?
This sounds...
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, so with the Nightborn in, ancient history, inscription skill increased.
Okay.
Increased magical damage by 1%. That feels too much by a lot.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, 1% once you get... If you're good, 1%'s a big deal.
Yeah.
1% is a big deal. So we'll see how that works out. Cantrips. Conjure up an Eldritch Grimoire. Allowing you mail access. They get a mailbox. I actually think that is lovely.
It is good, but I've got a Moley, mate, yeah?
You got a Moley?
I've got a Moley.
You got a Moley.
That's cool, though. I like these convenience ratios.
Absolutely, I think that's great.
They're really good.
I was genuinely gutted when we lost our Squire from the Argent. Do you remember the Squire?
I do remember
The Squire was the best. That little boy was like just such a little bitch. He would just come and do all your jobs for you. I love my little Squire. I worked hard killing things in the Argent Summit for that Squire. He disappeared. Dispel illusions. Draw upon arcane sight. Piercing illusions and invisibility. In 15
That's
yards.
strong as well for PvP.
Very nice. They also get 1% less magical damage taken. And then they get Masquerade, which obviously fits the theme. Shroud yourself in illusion, taking on the appearance of another Nightborn.
That seems like a fun thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to play out. And maybe we'll have to see if there is some real benefit to it. But whether it just sort of cycles through random appearances or something.
The increased damage, the reduction of damage, and the dispelling of invisibility seems like a very strong set.
Well, you compare it to the Lightforged Draenei, who are getting 1% less holy damage. And then compare it to just a flat 1% of all
Magic
schools
damage,
of damage. And as we kind of theorize, this is in the nerdy territory now for those of you who are more transmog based, the way tanks are being redesigned, it looks like magical damage is going to be pretty much everything in BFA.
Right.
They're going to focus on reduction in physical damage that can be handled, but the big dangerous stuff looks like it's going to be all magical based.
Yep.
That could come into play here with the certainly in the higher levels of difficulty.
Yeah, I mean, the top end min maxes, that sounds like head and shoulders above everything else in terms of strength.
It certainly does. Now, you ready for what is their mount?
I've already got 2 variants.
I have 2 variants of this as well. Now, people are losing their minds over this one because they think it is way too good. No. This is already in game, like for me.
Well, here's the thing though, is you get the one from the raid, which I thought was bobbins. A lot of people like it, but I didn't like it. I like the little like thrownish mount on it. Whereas this one has the glow of the paid for mount, which I have.
And you didn't like it, right?
I like the paid for mount. I loved it, absolutely loved it. Until I got the Warframe, I used that mount.
Oh, okay. I like the animation of cat mounts in general.
Yeah.
So that's a bonus for me. I don't think it's to the point where I think it's an insult compared to the other mounts.
No, it's not to the level of a paid for mount. If you look at the paid for mount, there's a lot more detail on it. What people are seeing is the same colour Shadow Cat with the purple glow to it, and basically directly linking it to the paid one. But the paid one has a lot more detail on it.
I also think it's the best out of the bunch, which is what annoys people, because the High Mountain Thunderhoof I don't think is particularly good. I mean, you like the Starcurst Void chicken, the Void Chocobo. I like what they could be doing with the Void stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like the mount itself. I wouldn't ride that. But I like what they could do with the actual Void stuff.
The thing is, yeah, exactly. You look at the actual, if you look at the graphical quality of that and the other elves, what they call the Night Old Elves.
Yep.
That one's probably gonna have a better texture than the other one. So why aren't people raging about that? Is it because it's a chocobo?
So why?
Do you get what I mean, though?
Why aren't you raging about that?
The mounts match the race.
Yeah, I think so too.
All I care about. There's nothing there that says I would buy that mount if it was on the store, though. That's my thing.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And I also wanted to throw in here, I don't know if you saw this, I wanted to get your thoughts on it, is Heroic Argus gives a mount.
Heroic Argus, okay.
It's a quest. It's guaranteed. Once you kill Heroic Argus, you get it. What do you think? What do you think of that?
Oh, that's very cool.
Do you like it? I mean, it's
Can
not
I
for
get a
me.
close-up?
It's not for me. I don't particularly like it. But this is what you get for doing Heroic Argus, and it's guaranteed.
Does it land?
So I haven't. This is the first time I've actually ridden it.
It doesn't land. I like it. I really like it.
Yeah, it's a nice colour on it.
Yeah.
It's something a little.
Guy
darker.
and girl got the mount from the dogs yesterday as well.
Yeah, so did we. We've seen it, and we've seen the Lego trinkets, which is very cool. Okay, well that's all we really know so far on 735. I'll keep you updated if there's any more color. I think we will start covering like the transmogger stuff because obviously it's more your field than mine. But so far it's okay.
So far, I like it.
There's nothing so far that would make me level from 1 though.
Oh no.
Nothing so far at all. I think if Blizzard really wants people to level from 1, they need to step their game up.
I know that it's the same used example, but I don't think that's selfish in terms of what I expect from leveling a character. My incentive.
I think it's got to be pretty good.
It's gonna have to be mind blowing.
I don't know if transmog's going to be enough. Certainly if it's not an amazing one.
It seems like a throwaway thing, you know.
I mean, it depends on how much of a pessimist you are. It's either a throwaway thing or they really, really want you to just pay to swap.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh yeah, I mean, that aside, everything that I've seen so far, it's all thumbs up.
Super. Thank you, everybody.
Peace.
Bye-bye.